Yo, 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 what up, what up, what up? Welcome back to AniYayAniNay. As always, I'm your host, John.
And I'm Joey.
All right, let's get started.
Bottom.
As always, welcome back to AniYayAniNay. We know we haven't been on for a little while, though. I actually think it's only been a week, right?
Yeah, so I think it's only been about a week. It just seems like it's been so long because of the factor that I've been working on a whole lot more.
Oh yeah, then we're still on schedule then. Before we actually get started on this podcast, we actually like to say that please also like, subscribe, and comment on our channel. We really appreciate it, as well as also support us on our other platforms, which is Instagram and Anchor, and I believe Facebook too, right?
Yeah, I got one on Facebook as well. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yes, please. We really appreciate the love.
Really appreciate the love. We almost at 100 subscribers on YouTube right here, right now.
Yep.
You know.
10 more subscribers, and we get 100.
And then I get to stream for you babies.
Yep. I can't wait to see that, because I have a good feeling that's going to be a funny. You're a better streamer than I am. I just do walkthroughs. But yes, well, let's first get started with some recent anime updates. We actually didn't do this for you guys the beginning of this month, so we'll actually do it for this month now. We'll do it for March. Just gotta find out when the premiere dates for March. What will be coming out in March? If there is one coming out in March.
They might have just said, "Fudge you, we don't want to play."
Yeah, they could have said that too. Then again, though, we don't know. Usually there are a lot of animes coming out. I'm pretty sure there's one coming out in March. There's got to be one coming out in March.
Facts. Something's got to come.
Yeah.
I mean, it don't make no sense for it not to, so.
Yeah. But we'll see. Well, it's looking like I'm not finding anything with animes coming out in March. Seems like everything that I'm finding seems to be coming out in April on our main source anime news network. But let's see what we got coming out in April. First one here, we got, it says Arin Zanwa Hakurini. My bad. I didn't say the name right. Another one of those, it's a romantic comedy anime.
Oh, yay.
This will be coming out at the 1st of April. And what else we got here? Ooh. Duel Masters is coming out with another season on the 3rd of April. Did you ever watch Duel Masters when you were younger?
I don't recall the name, to be honest, but we all know me. I'm not really big on remembering names. I'm horrible on remembering names, so.
It's another one of those animes that's based off a card game. So it came out around the same time as Yu-Gi-Oh! So it actually has cards and everything too.
Okay. I mean, I didn't really pay attention to Yu-Gi-Oh! Either like that, so.
You don't really pay attention to anything, huh?
Nah, Pokemon was my main thing back in the day, really, to be honest.
Yes, but it's funny that you didn't even watch the season with your favorite Pokemon.
No, I didn't. I got tired out of it, but he's still my favorite. Darkrai's always going to be my favorite.
Yes. You stopped at Johto, but yet that Darkrai came out in Sinnoh, and he was part of a sun and moon kind of combo.
I mean, I didn't really stop all the way. I just didn't follow the story completely. That's all. I just stopped following the story and just continued to watch whatever was on TV, basically, without completely following the story.
Yeah.
That's what I did at first, and then finally I just completely stopped. I mean, it just grew different, and I didn't like it anymore.
They have changed up Pokemon a lot, and it actually has become more of like something that's built for kids, because there's a lot of things nowadays, with what we grew up with, they consider it's too adultified in a way.
Exactly. Now, don't get me wrong. It's supposed to be for kids anyways, but I feel like how it was perfectly fine.
Yeah, well,
They shouldn't have changed it.
Dragon Ball Z was supposedly built for kids too, and look what we got.
Yeah, you're right. But Pokemon is different though, a little bit, not much, just a little bit different.
Yeah, it's a bit different. That's more fantasy.
Yeah.
But basically, from what I'm seeing also, back on our topic, when it comes to upcoming animes, it seems we got not a lot of kid animes coming out.
Yay, kitty shows. Hey, some are pretty good though.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I've seen some, I can't remember the names of them, but I've seen some that were pretty decent.
Yeah.
Don't never ask me to tell you the name, because I will never be able to. I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that, it's about this, but I'm telling you the name, that's not gonna happen.
Yes,
No, not from this guy.
Yeah, I'm not finding a lot that's coming out. Things like Chikawa, Insect Land, Yaboy, Kongming, Demon. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of animes. These all look like kind of animes for kids. Oh, wait. Says here that Data Live Season 4 will be coming out in April too. I know you haven't been watching onto that one, but it's another one of those ecchi ones that people caught on to that actually has a story, basically.
Okay.
Basically, it's about these interdimensional beings they call spirits, and basically the best way they have this guy named Shido who finds ways for them to fall in love with him, so they conceal their powers and live normal lives, because they all have supernatural powers. Actually has a story to it, so it's not like one of those ecchi ones that I just find funny and just full of girls with boobs.
Oh no, I'd probably have to give the first few episodes a shot and see what's up with it.
There's only 12 episodes per season, I think, so except I think in the second season I think there were 10. But it's it's actually kind of an interesting story, and it's really kind of funny in my opinion. But also, let's since we went through some of the upcoming animes, let's talk about some of the animes that we've been watching recently. I've been watching actually 3 new ones that we actually discussed on the podcast before. One of them is Orient, the other one Land of Lee Dale, and the third one is Q. Any ones you've watched?
I've really I caught up on Demon Slayer basically.
Yeah. Which is what we will be talking about later, but we'll get back to that sooner.
Yeah. But I've been working a whole lot more, so I've barely been able to really catch up on anything and be able to watch anything really. But hold on, let me go on my phone real quick. Hold on. Oh yeah, Vampire Knight. I started trying to because I watched it before, and I'm trying to just basically go back through and catch it. But I plan on doing
let's see. Plan on doing.
Where is it at?
You ain't got nothing.
No, I'm trying to find it real quick. It's one of the ones that my buddy recommended me to do, but I'm trying to find it. That's all.
Oh, one of your Isekais?
Yeah.
While he's looking for that, another one that's on my list but I still haven't gotten to yet is The Strongest Sage and Weakest Crest. I haven't been able to start on that one yet. 3 though is much. So I've tried to keep up with more than that, but sometimes after watching so many, I kind of start losing track of which ones I'm on, which ones I'm watching. Been also watching Komi Can't Communicate, even though that one's kind of far in the like far in the past. That one came out last year. But so we're kind of trying to stick on this year.
Yeah. I haven't really, these ain't none from this year, I can tell you that now, I don't think, anyways. But it was Saga of Tanya the Evil.
Saga of Tengen the Evil. That one just looks horrifying with the way it looks. But some of the ones I've been watching that are new to this year, let's see. Orient is actually very fantasy-wise. It actually has these guys who want to be Bushi, and they slay these things called Oni, which are demons. It's like basically their dream. It's kind of like mixed with fantasy and a little bit of science fiction because they don't travel on horses. They travel on these motorcycles, it looks like, with crystals in them. I mean, it's good so far, but I mean, of course, it's in the first 7 episodes. I don't know how many more episodes they're planning on dropping, but if it ends up being 12, I mean, hopefully they give a good ending, because you know I'm a big critic when it comes to that.
Yeah.
In Land of Leedale, that one's actually pretty good, though it doesn't really offer anything new to the isekai world. It's basically still kind of like a lot of things you would see in a normal isekai.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there's nothing new. Expecting new things. Joey is dropping shit, guys. Sorry. Pardon my French.
My bad, you guys. I dropped my whole phone like a dummy.
Yes. But back on Land of Leedale, it's just like... There's a lot of things that I'm wishing they would have, because basically this girl used to be a player in a game and now she's a real person. So, I mean, she's in a game, so it would be nice if she was actually meeting other players still, or people who are actually there, who are like trapped there too, or something like that. But, I mean, we haven't gotten that. We got something where she did meet another player, but they threw him in jail, and they kind of like drove us away from that. So it really doesn't offer anything new to the isekai world to me. And as for Q, my main problem with Q is that we have basically 16 main characters. That seems like a bit much, in my opinion. Don't you think, Joe? 16 main characters?
I mean, it is possible. It is a bit much, but it also depends on how long they plan on making it last. If they plan on making it last and giving each main character like a different season or something like that, then that would be pretty cool. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would make it more interesting, but I have a good feeling Q isn't going to last that long. The main thing is the way it works. They have each person in like a group. They have like 4 girls in a group. They're all trying to become main voice actresses or voice actors. That was one interesting thing that caught my attention, was the fact that we have top of the line voice actors, you know, trying to be newbies in a way. Mm-hmm. So I mean, that was interesting. But I mean, they like each have 4 in a group, and it's like one episode's about them, then we move to this one, then we move to this one, then we move to this one. I mean, it just seems like there's way too many characters to me, in my opinion.
I mean, anything's really and truthfully, anything's possible, you know? So, it really all depends on just like I said, I mean, I think it would be pretty cool if they had, like 13 main characters with 13 seasons or whatever, having their own season, basically. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, well, that would be another one, a part of the Big Five, Joe. But, I mean, I don't think it would probably get to that length. This is kind of like the only one of those animes. It's just kind of like a reversal. But, I mean, I know you've heard of those idol animes that basically have the pretty boys and everything. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like that in a way. And I know those animes don't last long, even though I don't watch them. But I mean, enough on but that's how I feel about the animes I've watched so far. They still haven't finished yet. So, I mean, when they finish, we'll probably definitely drop a review on them too.
Probably. It all depends.
Yes. But what about you, Joe? What do you think of Vampire Knight so far?
I mean, I really can't even tell you, to be honest, because, like, whenever I say I just started, like, actually watching it, it's like I just started, like, probably, like, episode 1 and passed out in the middle of it, so...
Well, what about...
I had just got off work and, was trying to sleep and then had to go back in for a little bit and then come back and, yeah. So I kind of passed out during the middle of it, so...
Yes, well, what about the one you just showed me? The one that said it looked horrifying. What do you think of that one?
Oh, I mean, that one, I haven't even started that one yet. But, hold on. Let me get back to it.
Just by the picture, it looked horrifying.
Alright, so let's see. Basically, in 1923, a girl with blonde hair and blue eyes, right, entered, like, a military academy. From what it's talking about, and is training to fight the 3rd Patrol in the Northern Military District. The Northern Theater.
Okay.
So, basically, it seems like it's basically a military thing, but back in the day with the blonde hair and blue-eyed people, you get what I'm saying?
Okay, so they're saying she's German?
Yeah. I mean, that's the outfit for sure.
Yeah. Well, she's saying she's German, so there's that.
And that's probably why she looks like she does too, because of how they were trained.
Yeah. Anything else you've been looking into where we get to the review?
I mean, other than Goblin Slayer, I mean, I've looked at a few of them. I just haven't been able to really. So,
what do you think of Goblin Slayer so far?
I haven't seen it. I just seen it. It's one of the ones that he recommended, and I've looked at it, and just by the picture, I thought it would be pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, Goblin Slayer is pretty.
So I don't really know exactly yet. I haven't been able to watch it, basically.
This is what happens, everybody, when you get slammed with a lot of hours.
I mean, I might bust 80 hours this week, so.
But let's get straight into the review. As we said before, we're going to be reviewing the 2nd season of Demon Slayer, the Entertainment District arc. But just give y'all a heads up, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it.
Don't pay attention. Don't listen. Go home.
All right. But then again, I have a good feeling anybody with a Crunchyroll account and probably who's a fan of Demon Slayer probably has seen it. But let's get into it. Basically, the Entertainment District arc picks up after the Mugen Train arc, after when Rengoku was killed by Akaza. Basically, 6 months after Rengoku's been killed, Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke travel with Tengen, the Sound Hashira, to the Entertainment District of Japan, because he believes that his other subordinates of his from his former life, have found a demon. And based off his analysis of it, he believes that possibly one of the 12 Kizuki are there. Which actually, there is the 12 Kizuki there. It's the 6th Kizuki. Number 6 of the upper rank. The lowest of the upper ranks.
But it's technically not just one. It's 2 people in 1 person, technically.
It's 2 people. It's a brother and sister combo, yes. Daki and Guta.
So it kind of threw them off because they thought they had them. And it's like, what?
Yes, Daki and Gutaro, their brother and sister. So basically, as long as one stayed alive, they couldn't die, even if one of them got decapitated. So that actually made things a little bit more difficult for them.
Both of them had to be decapitated at the same time.
Yes. But based off what I was saying, this season definitely captured things in the manga very well. It was a very good season, and also based on how good it was, they've already put in that the production of the Swordsmith Village arc, which is the next arc after the Entertainment District, has already been put into production. Now, there is no telling if it's going to be like the Mugen Train arc and they're just going to make it into a movie and then like do another season like they have. I mean, they may follow this pattern, but they may not. But really, there's still no set.
I'm gonna put it to a vote that they're not gonna follow the pattern. It's gonna be another season, like another regular season. You know?
Yeah, it could be another regular season, but then again,
What's your vote?
They could make it into a movie. When people want more of something like really badly, when the anime like this gets popular, they usually will make a movie to like you kind of like get people, you know, excited that it's still going on.
True.
But then again, the Mugen Train arc was actually pretty short, so I mean, that could be the reason why they were able to squeeze all of it into a movie. I don't know about the Swordsmith Village arc. Well, technically I do know, but I don't want to ruin anything for anybody else who hasn't watched, who's just strictly following the anime. I've read the manga. All I know is that the Mist Hashira and the Love Hashira will be making an appearance in the Swordsmith Village arc.
At least if they follow the manga, they should anyways. Just saying.
Well, I mean, the manga, there are some things they leave out in the Entertainment District arc that...
That's what I'm saying. Like, some things are left out, but I'm just saying if they decide to leave that out, you know, and let them come in later or something like that, you know, anything's a possibility is all I'm saying.
Yeah, anything's possible. I mean, the show was amazing. I mean, based off that opening, all I could say was that Tengen was like acting like a pimp.
For real, man. He was like, I got this, man. I'm just gonna be flashy.
Yeah. Tengen acted like a pimp in that opening, and he's just like sitting in his chair with his ladies by his
3
side.
wives.
He's like, I got this. Look at me and my honeys. I mean, he was more, how can I say it? He was interesting like Rengoku was, but it was very different. Rengoku never had like anger towards anybody, or never like showed like any sort of anger in a way, except when he fought Akaza. But Tengen seemed like he got annoyed very easily. He was getting annoyed by Tanjiro in the beginning when they first met to go on the mission, because he was kidnapping those girls from the butterfly house. And then he got annoyed with Zenitsu and Inosuke, and he knocked them out too. So that was kind of funny. He had a very unique character within him. But then again, I'm pretty sure every Hashira has that kind of feeling. They're all unique in a way. Another good thing I like to point out was in that first episode, how Kanao, you know, the girl that was always deciding everything with a coin. You do know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
How she finally kind of made a decision for herself instead of using her coin. Remember, she tried to stop Tengen from taking her, I guess you can say it, they're her sisters, her adopted sisters.
Mm-hmm.
She tried to stop him from taking them in the beginning, but she did it without her coin. So she never made a decision. She didn't actually flip her coin to make the decision. She made the decision on her own. Mm-hmm. So that means we're getting a small character development from her, which is good. I mean, she's actually a very popular character. Another thing that's really good to me was how they snuck in to the houses. They had them dress up like ladies, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it was very funny what happened. I mean, they took Tanjiro because he was good at working.
Yeah.
took Inosuke because they felt they got to steal because of his frail face and everything without the makeup. Yeah. And then he just sort of like, he just dumped Zenitsu somewhere saying you could even use her to clean the damn bathroom. And he got upset and started playing that Japanese guitar like he was nuts.
In fact, he was playing like a rock star or something.
Yeah, but he was doing it because he was mad at Tengen. He was like, screw you! I'm going to be the best one in this house! You watch!
Oh my gosh.
I mean, another thing that I noticed, Tengen's wives are basically Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Zenitsu, just in female form. I mean, I can't even remember all their names right now. But the one that got injured, basically, that he found, basically, that was injured, that was definitely Tanjiro. And the two that Zenitsu and Inosuke met, the one that was a scaredy cat and the other that was all brawn, that was basically them. Right there. They were spitting images of them. Just, they were just female.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. I mean, it was really funny. Another thing is that not Zenitsu, what am I talking about? Tengen's wives are all ninjas. And he used to be a ninja himself. So, I mean, we got a Naruto wannabe on the team.
Basically.
No, not really Naruto wannabe because their ninja is a lot different than his ninja. I mean, I never actually understood how Tengen uses his swords since they're chained together, but now I actually understand it a little bit more. They're like nunchucks in a way, with blades at the very end. So, I mean, that actually is pretty interesting. You get basically a big sword on one end, and then you got the other sword down here, and you swing it like a nunchuck.
Yeah. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It made sense now. He actually was he seemed to be a lot stronger than Rengoku, in my opinion.
Yeah, he did. Really, he was able to do a lot more, really, to me.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I think their speed was about equal.
See, Rengoku really, mainly just liked to use one move hits, basically, to me.
Well, I mean, he had multiple moves. He's not Zenitsu.
No, I'm not talking about he didn't have multiple moves. I'm talking about he would use it. Mainly he liked the one hit moves, where he just does one hit and he knocks him out and it's over with. You get what I'm saying? It was different ones, but they were mainly one hit moves.
Yeah, they were all mainly one hit attacks.
That's all.
A lot of Demon Slayers do that with their attacks when they use their breathing techniques, but his techniques, I guess you can say, were more direct than Tengen's. Tengen's were kind of unpredictable. He was not just hitting one thing, he was hitting one thing multiple times. Because remember, he saved all the girls in that belt, basically, with just one attack.
But that's what I'm saying. He was able to do multiple instead of just with Rengoku. He was basically just slashing one blade hit and it was over.
Yes.
That's the thing that I really wasn't big on. I don't like the one hit attacks. I like the combos.
Even though you're a pyro lover?
I know I love fire, but you should be able to make combos with it at least and show off your combos. Don't just show off your one hits and then perish.
Well, like I said, his attacks are more direct, but not to mention, you forget, Rengoku was also, he had speed to his advantage. So, I mean, all his attacks were more direct. Also, though. Rengoku may have gotten killed, but you have to think about it. Rengoku fought somebody who was probably stronger than the two they fought.
You right. I'm not saying nothing bad about that. I'm just saying, like, I feel like he could have showed off some combo attacks. That's all. A pretty good bit of combo attacks.
Well, yeah, he could have.
He didn't show off that many. I mean, that's all.
Yes. Well, we didn't actually get to see all his breathing techniques. He used it seems like he only used the first 4 forms and then used his 6th form, which was the Flame Tiger.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally he used his final form, which is what he was planning on for the victory. Mm-hmm. But it didn't work.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
Tengen, though, he didn't get killed, but he went off with just one hand, remember? On Gyutaro, he went crazy. One arm. I only got one hand left.
He did. He was like, "No, you're not gonna take me out tonight."
That shows even more that he is a pimp. He was just pimp and cool and being flashy. It's like being flashy is all that he cares about.
Facts. Let's go home and be flashy. Entrance with a flashy.
The only one who's probably more flashy than Tengen in this series to me was Nezuko. Nezuko got her beast form in this one. Yeah,
true.
And she's like...
She was like not having it.
She went, that's called her, what you saw in the show was actually, I believe they call it her berserk or beast mode, when her horn comes out and she gets that pattern on her skin. It's basically when her limbs get cut off, her blood is still under control, so she can still use her limbs. I mean, it may not seem like it, and a lot of people could disagree with me on this, but Nezuko is on basically Kizuki level. So she's definitely strong enough to fight a 12 Kizuki. If she had wanted to, she probably could have killed that one, but of course, Tanjiro had to stop her because she was going nuts. So I mean, yeah. But aside from that, her all being in her child form the whole time, that was also really cute too. She's in her child form. Her kimono was too big for her now. And then she just comes out of nowhere and just like is carrying Tanjiro even though she's only half his size. And then she's setting him on fire. And then also setting Tengen on fire out of nowhere. His wives got upset about that. It was actually kind of funny. I mean, Nezuko just had a lot of good moments in that arc. Especially, I found it really funny when Tengen was on the ground dying from the poison, and then Nezuko just came out of nowhere and just set him on fire. That was really...
I know, right? And then the one of the wives, "What do you think you're doing? Why? How could you set him on fire? He ain't dead yet."
"I'm gonna spank you, you little girl." It is really funny. But obviously, I guess her fire is able to either purify or just burn poison.
I think it's demon. It's all demons, like demon poison only.
Yeah.
But it can't be regular poison.
Yeah, it's demon poison only. But it's her blood demon arm, of course. She can like mold her blood to her will.
Yeah.
And now, moving on to also other parts of the show. Let's talk about the demons that we saw. Daki and Gyutaro. Daki, of course, was a bitch, of course, thinking that she was perfect. And then when she got her ass kicked by Tengen for the first time, she turned into a total brat. She just started
whiny
crying. And what's also really funny is how when she said, "How dare you cut my head off to Tengen?" He's like, "Get out of here. You're not a 12 Kizuki."
Yep.
He's like, "Piss off, you little brat."
It really wasn't even her. Okay, it was mainly her brother that was 12th Kizuki to me. I feel like he was the only reason why.
Oh yeah, he was definitely probably stronger than her.
Oh no, I don't feel like that's a problem. I know he was. Like, you could tell he was stronger, but
Well, he had a more Daki, it seemed like she wanted to be beautiful the whole time, and she would use demons to do that, or humans to become beautiful as long as she could stay beautiful forever. But Gyutaro had more of the killer instinct. They're basically like Beauty and the Beast, but they're brother and sister. Because Gyutaro was always hated ever since he was human.
mm-hmm.
Daki was always the one that was beautiful. But, I mean, Gyutaro was just like, he was merciless. And he tried to compare his relationship with Daki to him and to Tanjiro and Nezuko. Their relationships were completely opposites. They were nothing alike, in my opinion. Even if Gyutaro was doing what he had to do to protect Daki.
Mm-hmm. They were nothing alike, and it's kind of crazy.
Yes.
But, you know, it is what it is, and
Yeah, it is what it is.
I mean, they fought good. I liked it, or at least what's his name did. I forgot his name already.
You mean Gyutaro?
Yeah, him.
He was the one who nearly killed Tengen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He fought pretty good, you know, and I like that part. But I mean, they lost.
And as
It
for
happens.
Daki, Tanjiro really had her beat from the beginning when he started using his fire dance. It's just that he almost killed himself because he didn't breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Because he wasn't breathing right. He still can't control it completely.
No, he can't.
It's like he knows how to use it when he needs it, but he can't control it. And, well, he finally awakened. I mean, I'm not certain if any of you had questions, but when he killed Daki, or no, it was Gyutaro, actually. He killed Gyutaro. My bad. Because I think it was Inosuke that killed Daki, actually. Because it was Daki fighting Inosuke and Zenitsu at the very end, while Tanjiro was helping Tengen fight Gyutaro. Tanjiro awakened what's called his Demon Slayer mark. It was when basically why he has that scar on his forehead. Mm-hmm. It actually stretched out.
Mm-hmm. But see, most they're talking about people born with it, but see, he wasn't born with it.
Yeah.
It was actually just a spill to start off with.
Yeah.
So that's pretty different. I mean, his dad was born with it, so he's technically still.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying, but.
Well, Tanjiro doesn't know this, and of course, I'm pretty sure none of them know. I don't even remember if they covered this in the manga, but demon slaying is basically in his blood.
Mm-hmm.
It's been passed down for 800 years. He's a deep descendant of Onigumo, the original demon slayer.
Yeah.
The one that nearly killed Muzan Kibutsuji years ago. I'm pretty sure you know who I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Until he was killed by his brother. At least. Kokushibo. Another thing is, although he was a sixth one at the beginning, we got a peek at Dabi, the guy who turned Gyutaro and Daki. He's actually the number 2 demon in the 12 Kizuki.
Yeah, we got a little peek at him, you know.
Yes.
Hey, peekaboo, I see you. Bye bye. Time to run away again.
Yes. He's like he's always has that kind face. He's like Emu, like the one you saw in Mugen Train Arc, that kind face, but he's like much worse. Mm-hmm. Like many times worse.
I mean, you can kind of see it too.
Yeah.
You can see the difference in the facial expressions a little bit.
Yes.
If you like no facial expressions.
Yes.
How it is.
Who would you say out of the characters that we saw in this season was probably your favorite? Now that we got to pick at all of them. And but I know I'm trying to exclude Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke because we've been seeing them from the beginning. So I'm specifically talking about like a lot of the new characters. So that leaves Tengen, his wives, if you can remember their names, because I can't remember their names. They're like the only characters I can't remember their names.
I don't remember their names. I mean, I'm not good with names anyway, so.
And then you have, of course, Gyutaro and Daki.
To be honest, I mean, out of all of them, I like Gyutaro better.
You liked Gyutaro the best out of all of them?
I like the size and just, I mean, it just the way he fought. Really, it was like basically I mean, granted, it was how he was raised, you know, because he had to, but I mean, it just made it a whole lot better the way he fought.
Well, for me, I would have to say, excluding, like I said, the 4 original characters, of course, I would give it to Tengen. Tengen was amazing, in my opinion.
He was. I just like the other one better. Just even though he lost, I mean, he did lose, but
well, technically Tengen lost too. I mean,
exactly.
He wasn't the one who killed him. It was Tanjiro who killed him.
Exactly. So, but you know, it happens.
Yes, but I mean, to me, Tengen was really badass. He was like, basically, it seemed, although he was being flashy, whenever he did something, or like when he was fighting, it was like he was doing it effortlessly. Like it was nothing to him. So I'm like, damn, this guy just, when I first saw him cut off Daki's head, I was like, oh my God, that was quick. I'm like, wow. He just killed her like it was nothing. This guy is amazing. I mean, Tanjiro was like working like 3 episodes to kill her, and then it took Nezuko to finally start doing some damage, and then all of a sudden Tengen comes out of nowhere. Boom! You're dead. Of course, she didn't die. She started throwing complaints at him because she got her head cut off. And then, of course, that's when Gyutaro had to come out and help her. But, I mean, I wasn't expecting Tengen to, like, lop her head off that fast or that easily. Because it seemed like she had a way around that. Because her belt was like basically these giant razors, and whenever someone got close to her, she just like made her skin really soft so that nothing can cut through it. But Tengen did it pretty easily.
Mm-hmm. Once he figured it out anyways.
Yeah.
He had to figure it out, and then he had to put all his might to it. He had to go, yeah, take it.
Yeah. Well, figure it out. Joe, remember when he finally came in there to save Tanjiro, that was his first time fighting this 12 Kiseki, and he just lopped off her head. Like I said, he just like did it effortlessly. So I was like,
that's when he figured it out like it was no problem.
I was like, when I saw it, I was like, wow, that was quick.
Yep.
I mean, if I knew it was going to be that quick, I was like, yeah. And then all of a sudden she starts crying, and then they start picking up the feeling like, wait, something's not right here. Why isn't she disintegrating?
And then it still took them, even though after they decapitated both of them, it still took them a while to disintegrate. Like,
yeah, but Tanjiro still showed them, kindness and said like,
oh yeah, because that's how Tanjiro is.
Yeah, Tanjiro's always been like that. He's saying that
they're still technically humans in his eyes.
Yeah.
Or they were humans at the beginning, so.
Well, they were humans at the beginning. I mean, Gyutaro was wishing that his sister had never met him or had never been born in their family because then she would have a good life. But Gyutaro was saying that being a demon was the only thing that gave his life purpose. He hated his life as a human.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, he did go through, basically, he did go through hell. I mean, as a human, so he kind of, I can see why he hated it, you know?
Yep.
So.
Well, I can see why he hated it, but Daki only had to choose that path because she got scarred for life because of what happened to her. Mm-hmm. And then that's, of course, when Dabi came out of the blue and gave them the offer.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is. What happened, their choices were made.
At least they started to remember at the end.
Yeah. Demons always remind them at the end. You're going to realize, Joey, I know you don't read the manga, but you're going to realize a lot of these demons have a tragic past.
Oh, yeah. I believe it. I mean, that's normally what happens to a lot of animes.
Yeah. All of them have a tragic past, but some of them are like become demons because they give in to their anger or rage or jealousy. That's what happened actually to Kokushibo. And I think Akaza gave in to his rage too at the very end when he was human too. Mm-hmm. So I can't wait for this next Swordsmith Village arc to come out. That's going to be a good addition. Whether it'll be a movie or a TV show, I don't know. They'll maybe make it a movie, follow their same pattern, or depending on how long the arc is, maybe they'll do it as a TV show. Though I have a feeling if they're planning on doing it as a normal season, it may take a little longer for us to see it than it would as a movie. So it's just really up to Ufotable what we get, since they're the makers. True
that, because, I mean, they'll be making all the episodes before they let out the season, if they do it as a regular season, you know? Mm-hmm. So, it'll take them longer.
Yes.
Instead of just doing one movie. But I feel like they should do it. They should just do a season.
Yeah, I feel
like it's probably long enough.
Doing a season would be interesting. And, of course, would be good. But, of course, like I said, they could be following a pattern, too. Mm-hmm. Because I already know that since, take My Hero Academia, for example, they always put a movie in between the seasons. So, I mean, I already know since season 5 is over, we're going to get another movie now. And then we're going to get, you know, of course, the next season 6. So, I mean, it's just sometimes how animes work. It's sort of like to keep the audience interested so that they don't forget about certain things.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it makes sense, you know. It really does, so.
Yes. Okay, but now we come to the moment of truth, whether we give this an aniyay or aniyay. It's an aniyay on my end.
I'm going to have to give it an aniyay as well.
There's no question about it.
No question.
Demon Slayer has yet to disappoint me, and I highly doubt it is going to disappoint me. If it does, then I will be shocked. That will be a shocking thing.
Oh, you know, it's just going to be like, okay, everybody dies now.
One thing that kind of disappointed me in my eyes was technically the epilogue in the manga. Because you get a time skip to like maybe 200 years later, and it's like their great-grandkids now. So, I mean, we got an epilogue that kind of like threw you off in a way when we kind of wanted like more of an epilogue that tells us what happened to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna go ahead and wrap this episode up now, because basically giving y'all your review, and also take a look out for for our next episodes. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our other platforms we mentioned in the beginning. Please, we'd really appreciate it.
We'd greatly appreciate it, you guys. And don't forget, if you want us to review any of them, just leave a comment in one of the videos, and we'll see it and give it a chance.
Yes, but as always, I'm your host, John.
And I'm Joey.
See ya.
Out.